Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today we're taking a first impressions look at Oil Rush, a sort of semi-unique RTS game, though it's sort of part RTS and part tower defense, I'd say. It's got an interesting setting, which is why I originally picked it up. It's sort of a Waterworld type setting where, you know, there was a giant war, which presumably destroyed the ice caps, and now the entire world is flooded and everyone lives on these sort of cobbled together floating platforms, and the only resource of importance is oil. I guess they can't really use, you know, solar power or wind power for some reason. But anyway, they need oil for their boats and their planes and etc, etc. So we're going to continue our campaign here. I went through the first few levels, not 2 levels, it's actually 3, because, you know, RTS games always sort of dole things out slowly with tutorial levels. So we're going to what I assume is the final level of the first chapter. You know, we've got some unit variety now, and we can actually see some interesting stuff. The story is nothing too special yet. Basically, we're a up-and-coming cadet commander who's been given some tasks from the main leader of the Sharks, the sort of pseudo-military organization we're working for. Probably the bad guys from the way it's turning out. But that's neither here nor there. Betrayal kind of comes up in every military game. Alright, so our new unit for this level is the Zeppelin, the first air unit, I guess, and some more stuff for the tech tree.
Commander, we've captured a Zeppelin. A pilot is alive and willing to cooperate. He will show us where the Raiders' base is located in exchange for his life and barrels of oil.
It's been long since I've tried to spot their so-called new Venice in piles of garbage. We can't miss this chance. Go there and finish off Raiders.
I am ready, sir.
And Kevin there is us. I guess we're basically just fighting off raiders right now, trying to steal our oil.
Several platforms at once. Press the left mouse button and drag the cursor over the marked platforms.
Now it says that, but I don't think we can do... Oh, that's kind of weird. I have to hold it down this whole time and just sort of drag it over. But basically, the way you command units in this is not on an individual unit basis, but rather by structure basis. So basically, if we wanted these piranhas here, these little jet skis with guns, to attack, we'd have to select this base and then select where we want to attack by clicking on another base. So we have no direct unit control, really. We just kind of point them all in a direction, which seems like it would make a little bit of difficulty for tactical variety, but you can kind of divide up your different unit types between a base. So, you know, if I send some of these guys away, I could send some of my, where are they, bigger angler boats here to kind of mix up the unit variety instead of just using one type of unit only. And of course, our main resource is these oil platforms, which just constantly generate oil. Sort of a Command and Conquer Generals type setup, I guess, more than a regular RTS, where you just got one thing that constantly generates resources with no limit. No Tiberium fields or anything here. What does the Zeppelin actually do? It's got a lot of health and 3 damage rating. Comparatively, these things only have 2. Okay, so it's not that great. Okay, here comes some enemies. So yeah, as long as you've got units circling your thing, they will defend it when it's under attack. You can also go into build mode here and build some turrets, which is kind of where the tower defense comes in. If we lose all of our units here, the enemy will start circling this platform, and this little meter on the side will go down, and that basically is them capturing it. So you're constantly fighting over these, like, capture points, I guess. So these are boot camps. They'll constantly produce piranhas up to the 12 that they can have. So we want to keep this if we want to keep having more units. Same with the angler production facility, and I think there's another one down here. Alright, so our mission right now is to collect money for our deserter friend.
A little more, and we'll have barrels of oil the trader demanded.
None for the Zeppelin, though. We can't really use the Zeppelin, I guess. Yeah, it's our hero unit of the mission. And we also have to capture all these platforms on the map. So let's see here. We'll deal with this attack first. There's also a cinematic key. We can just hit this and it will go into some more cinematic camera angles. So those bars that keep going up on the top here, that's our tech tree basically. As you get experience for destroying units, you get points to put into your tech tree. So we'll pop this up. These are our 3 active abilities we can use. Radar obviously shows up stuff on the map. What does this do? This is new. Alright, so this makes enemies weaker.
Give this Judas his oil.
Oh.
Got coordinates of the Raiders' base. Commander, a minefield is detected. That's why he gave away the location of the base so easily.
Most of the units under your command will be wasted to clear the way, but you have to do it.
Sir, I've got an idea. Let's use their own weapon against them. I can sneak to their shacks on the Zeppelin we've captured. Problem is, its weak guns can't cause any serious damage.
Good idea. Don't attack them. Just set the mark for the napalm strike. We'll burn them to ashes.
Roger that.
Alright, so like I was saying, this is a tech tree, so we can unlock one of these abilities.
Using a Zeppelin, hover over each of the raiders' shacks until napalm strikes.
And once we unlock one
If
of
sent
these...
separately from the fleet, flying units can reach any platform, as they are not limited by available sea routes.
Alright, so if discount GLaDOS here will stop interrupting, we can basically put a point into one of these, and then this will give us an actual passive upgrade for our units, like increased weapon damage. So do that, and increased speed, and this thing basically speeds up production for a couple seconds. So if you need to pump out some units quickly. So this thing is under attack again. Let's put up some more turrets. Basically, we've got 3 kind of turrets. Anti-air, which we can't use yet. Gatling turrets, which are good against the little piranha jet skis. Artillery, which is good against the bigger boats, but shitty against the jet skis. And then we can upgrade them once they're built. See here, if we upgrade our machine gun turret, it can shoot down at air units better. But of course, while you're upgrading them, they can't actually fire, so you're undefended. Alright, so let's grab our Zeppelin here and float on over to here.
I've never felt this sick, even in most severe storms. How the hell does this wobbling piece of garbage fly at all?
Oh, camera.
I think I'm gonna puke all over the place.
Kevin Costner here is not having a good day in Waterworld. Alright, so that's going to slowly make its way over there. Let's try using our radar on this, see if it's defended at all. Alright, so they got a bunch of heavy boats. So we're going to want our... what are they called? Angler boats over here. Because they have mortars, which are good against the stronger ships. We're going to send them over. I will say I really like the aesthetics of this. I mean, I like sort of water settings, you know, boats, underwater bases, etc., etc. And the sort of cobbled together junk fleets here that people are living on are pretty neat, even if they don't really play in too much. Oh, well, that's great. The base that I just left undefended is now under attack. So we're going to send down our guys from over here to bolster the defenses. Hopefully before all of our towers are destroyed. Where these guys are going. The towers actually took care of it. Let's rebuild all of these. Let's see how our Zeppelin... Oh, our Zeppelin's getting shot up, isn't it? Where is our Zeppelin? Oh, no. Never mind, I mixed up my 2 unit clusters, or fleets as they're called in this. Even this Zeppelin is considered a fleet, even though there's only one of them. We're attacking our base back there, not important. Let's see how the Zeppelin is.
Burn them!
And then napalm comes from the sky, for some reason. Not actually sure where that's coming from. That didn't really do much, did it? It kind of hit everywhere except for where the ships were. Alright, surprisingly, that actually worked. I figured we would have lost the Zeppelin there. Alright, these guys aren't doing much good just circling this platform, so let's go send them over there, get us some more units.
Napalm is ready for the next strike.
Okay, these towers are all built, so those are good. I'm going to put some on here, just make sure no one sneaks up behind us. And unfortunately, you can't put any turrets on the oil rigs, so you always have to keep some units there, since they're kind of your resource. Our fleet of jet skis are ready to take over to another angler boat facility. Dramatic camera here. No one expects the jet ski inquisition. Alright, things are going good down. Oh shit. Of course this thing is under attack as soon as I leave it alone. I'm not even sure where these guys are coming from. I don't think they can go through all of this, so they have to go the long way from here. Only the Zeppelins can go over all that shit. Which begs the question then, how are they getting through their own minefield? Alright. Keep sending units to capture the stuff we need. Let's see if we can get another napalm strike in here without our Zeppelin getting too shot up. So as you can see, it's kind of a different flow than your typical RTS, you know? I'm not just constantly selecting things and pumping out mass amounts of units and then, you know, command group binding them together so that I can send them all of them at once. Still not really sure where this napalm's coming from. Maybe we got some sort of big destroyer ship somewhere as our base. Alright, we can't upgrade our passive buffs yet, but, you know, that's probably something that unlocks as we go. Let's also upgrade our unit armor, because that's kind of helpful. I guess we can also max out all of our abilities at level 3. Got another battle on the high seas down here, which we might actually lose.
Is ready for the next strike.
I'm not even really paying attention to the resources. This is definitely a game where it doesn't feel like you really need to. Okay, let's use their construction speed up here to see if we can get these turrets up real quick like. That didn't really seem to help, actually. Oh, it's because we lost it, that's why. Well, we can't have that, can we? So let's just go take it back. The mortars on these angler boats also have a pretty good bonus against any of these fortifications, so we should clear this out pretty quick. This is the kind of the problem with the capture point based system though. As you can see, as soon as I sent all my units to recapture this one, they captured the one that we sent them from instead. So you're constantly kind of juggling, you know, defending your various platforms. And I guess when towers are being built, they don't count as defense at all, so they can capture it and steal our turrets, basically. I didn't know that. I just learned that. We're learning things together here. The more of these production facilities we have, obviously, the more units we'll have to attack the enemy base. I don't know if destroying this last one here with a napalm strike will completely clear out the enemies, but let's find out. Oh, that is a lot of enemies. I might regret this. There is no turning back now. Actually, let's demoralize these guys. It weakens their armor. Still don't think we're going to win this, though, with our first fleet. It's okay. They're replaceable. It doesn't actually seem to cost oil to build new units, either. The production facilities will constantly just pump out units. The enemy actually does appear to be just ignoring our guys and going for one of our further back facilities. I haven't really found a good way to recall units. You can recall them from where you sent them, like just after you sent them, but it doesn't seem like you can recall them once they're already out in the water. However, this thing does have a decent amount of turrets, so we should be fine.
Trash to ash. No sign of threat.
Our home waters are secured. It's good to see you cope with the tasks, Kevin.
What about all the guys attacking our bases right now?
By the way, kill the deserter and get the oil back. It must not be wasted on traitors.
So again, maybe it seems like we might turn out to be the bad guy and probably have to turn against the commander. Alright, so that's the end of Chapter 1, I guess. It looks like we're being sent up into the Arctic. Let's see, what new units do we get? Airplane base and a seagull. Now looks like a fairly big map. I think we'll just call it here. Here, let's run over the first mission, I guess. I don't know if this will give us the cutscene. I might actually have to exit out. Campaign, no. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, never mind. I was going to show off the opening cutscene, but it's not really that important. It just kind of gives you the idea that we're probably the bad guy. But anyhow, well, that's Oil Rush. It's actually been out for quite a while, and it's been sitting in my Steam list for quite a while, and I kind of forgot about it for a while. But as I was digging back through to do some more of these first impressions, you know, that's kind of why we do this series, so I can look at stuff that I've got on my list, no matter how old it is. It's a decent-looking little game. It's pretty neat, I think. I'm curious how the multiplayer works, but there's probably not even anyone playing anymore. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any multiplayer games. But I'm curious how that would go with the sort of entirely capture point-based sort of thing. It kind of reminds me of, what is it, Dawn of War 2? Definitely Company of Heroes, which is, you know, same company, same sort of style as Dawn of War, where it's just, you're fighting over capture points and that's it. You don't have to worry about base building. Which, I mean, I like base building in RTSs, but it's not nearly as much of a cardinal sin of removing base building as something like Command & Conquer 4, which is like, nope, no bases at all, no buildings, just one fucking mobile thing that does everything. So, I've been Shadefire, this is Oil Rush, and remember, There's always fun and adventure available on the high seas. Also, oil is important, I guess.